the more we are in line and with the same vibration with the universe, the more synchronicities will come our way, and pleasant things will happen. Hello to all of you Soulful Intuitives, and welcome back. Have you been looking out your car at other cars' plate numbers and seeing repeating numbers like 333 or 777 or 888? Have you been thinking about your friend or family member that you haven't seen in a while and they just happen to get on the phone and give you a call, or you just receive a text message from them? Have you been thinking about a long-time friend from high school or middle school and you just randomly ran into them? Well, if you've been experiencing these things, it means that you are having a moment and a run-in with synchronicity. So synchronicities are the things that happen when we're in the state of flow. And we're in the state of flow. We sort of just are playing with the same rhythm as the universe does. So let's say whatever you have on your mind, whether it is a thought about a friend, whether it is the fact that you've been looking for a furniture item and all of a sudden you see it in the store window, or whether you have been really thinking about something you want to have and then you just receive it in the gift. These are all just synchronicities. And synchronicities are a good sign because it tells you that you are at the perfect vibration with your surrounding and your universe. And when we are in these states, the state of flow, everything's easy. We don't have to spend a lot of time. We don't have to spend a lot of energy. They just happen to happen. So for example, last week, I was thinking about one of my clients who moved away with his wife to a town a couple hours away from where we live. And I used to see him regularly when he lived in town for his hair appointments and his wife, but they moved away right around during the pandemic, and they happened to like the way that they were staying at, and then they ended up buying their place there. So now I see him and his wife every now and then when they're in town, and I'm thinking about him on a Monday night, and I wake up Tuesday morning, I do my breath work, and then I grab my phone, and there he is. Hey, we're going to be in town next week from this day to this day, and would like to come and see you if you have time. So that's serendipity. Or let's say I'm just busy with a little bit of a mini decoration project at my house, and I have like a theme for one of the rooms, which is kind of like a Tiffany blue, and just looking at things that I could add as an accent with that color. So I've been going to certain stores looking for a vase or like knickknacks that I can bring that color into that room. And I was doing one of my good clients' hair, and she gets on her phone and starts showing me her new decor because she just hired an interior designer, and her and her husband, every couple of years, they just do an update with their house. And so I looked at the pictures, looked really nice, and then she said, "Oh, by the way, are you interested in Tiffany blue? Because I have a bunch of knickknacks that I want to give away." And she just flipped through the pictures, and I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I was looking for. And she was like, okay, I'll just have someone drop it off for you. Or I was doing my breath work a couple of days ago, and every time that I'm doing my breath work, then I do my intentions, then I also think about certain words that have high vibration, like abundance and miracles and protection and peace and harmony and love and universe and synchronicities and trust and knowing and like all those like very full, high energetic words. And then I was thinking about one of my clients that like, we go way back. You know, she became my client from hair school. Like she came to hair school. She was a student back then, and now she's a therapist, and we go way back. And I really enjoy spending time with her whenever she's in my chair, and we have a really good relationship because it's friendship plus I get to hang out with her. She has gorgeous hair. She's an amazing human being. And I was thinking about how much I love her, and I was always, and I always think about like the kind of clientele that I like to attract and I like to have. And I was thinking about her, you know, someone who's nice and someone who is kind and someone who is beautiful inside and out and someone who's professional and has respect for my time and for their time and so on and so forth. And I was done with my breath work, and then I heard my phone go off in the background, and I grabbed my phone, and there's a text message that she sent me that, oh hey, one of my friends wants to come with me. We want to have like a double date at the salon and hang out with you, and also get our hair done. And so these are all synchronicities, and I can go on and on and on. And you know, like the days that I know I'm in the state of flow, I leave my house at the time that I need to leave. I get to my work like a minute or 2 minutes before, or if I'm like stuck in traffic, it just so happens that my clients are stuck in traffic. Everything is just moving smoothly, and there's no stress. There's like, even when the hiccups happen, I know that the resolution will be amazing. And then I'm like driving and I see all these like plate numbers. And for me, plate numbers usually talk to me. One of the numbers that I see a lot is 33 or 333. But some days I just keep seeing the same numbers. Like, you know, for example, on Saturday, I was seeing a lot of 333s and 777s and 3377. And sometimes I Google it if I'm not driving, just to see what it means. And I just take it as a good omen that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. And I call that synchronicity. Now, you know, there's another term called serendipity, which is usually it's a little bit less whole. I think serendipity is more about like romance, and there was a movie about it as well, where, you know, you just meet the person at the same time where they were there, and you know, just things happen romantically or start at that point. But yeah, so synchronicities are amazing. They're actually a way, when you encounter them, it means that the universe is trying to nudge you and tell you that you're in the state of flow, that you are vibrating at the perfect vibration, your frequency is fine. And the good thing is that once we have encountered that and that state of flow and have encountered synchronicities, then we want to duplicate the state of mind and the state of body and the habits that we have gained in order to come to like that level of vibration. And then the days that you're off, because you know you're like, you know, you left your wallet behind and you're running behind, and you're like, you know, the food, your lunch box is now left somewhere else, and so those days, you know, that synchronicities, chances of them happening very low, because you're not in the rhythm with your environment and your universe. And I really think that the days where I have a good start of the day, where I wake up where I'm supposed to wake up, and I run all my errands, and I do my rituals. I you know, do my wordle, then I learn I do a lesson on Duolingo, then I do my breath work, and I do my intentions, and I sometimes write them in my journal, and then I learn a new word, and just make my bed, and these things that I like to do before I start my day. And those days I am with the flow. I know that, like, and also there's a sense of accomplishment that, you set the goals for yourself to do and you do it. So I want all you guys to just pay attention to the synchronicities in your life and how your day has gone, where sometimes you got off course, and the days that you are completely with it and with the flow, like what contributed to that. And the more we are in line and with the same vibration with the universe, the more synchronicities will come our way, and pleasant things will happen. Anything from running into your friends, to finding things that you're looking for, to being looking for a job and finding that job offer, or like even better yet, having the job being offered to you, to finding a parking spot where you want it, to win the little lottery tickets here and there. I don't want to make it monetary because it's not monetary, but basically just having a very small time between your thought form and that thought form coming to manifestation. So basically that's what synchronicity is, where you're become a very fast manifester of things, people, events, and so on. And another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, which I have forgotten because this has now been a month, but my partner and I did a 28 days of fasting, and we've done it in the past. And I wanted to talk about the importance of fasting. I know a lot of people do it to lose weight and to curb their hunger, but in my opinion, fasting is a lot more than that. It actually, health-wise, it's great because it sets your, it resets your body. Your organs start cleansing themselves, and instead of spending energy processing food and your waste in your body, they actually start cleansing themselves. And so that energy that's supposed to go breaking food apart and making sure that all the waste is getting out of your body is now spent on maintenance of your organs. So it's great. But I think the most important thing about fasting is when you're fasting, you're saying no to yourself, which is something that we don't do very often, especially in the modern days. Everything is, one click away from us getting them. If we want food, we're just going to get into the drive-through, or no, we'll order it and it'll be at our doorstep. But the power of saying no to yourself is so strong that once we get good at it, that we bring that discipline with ourselves in all the areas of our life. So when you set your mind and on doing something, even though those tasks will have a lot of ups and downs and difficulties, no matter what, you'll do it. So fasting is very difficult, especially the first couple of days. Your body's begging you to put food in it, and your habits, because most of us eat at a certain time, and most of us actually eat the same thing all the time. So your body knows and your body craves it, and you say no to your body, and your body rebels by getting a headache, by becoming very weak. You get grumpy, you get foggy. But after you've done all those things, then maybe 2 weeks into it, you're starting to feel good. That, I said no to myself. I am doing something good for my body. Not only I'm regulating my insulin level, and I'm, maybe shedding some unwanted weight, but also I'm working on my discipline. And self-discipline is the most important thing in order to be a successful human being on this planet, because nothing of value comes without that discipline. If you want to be a good student, you need to have a discipline. If you want to have a good business, you need to have a discipline. If you want to learn new things, you need to have disciplines. If you want to learn a new skill, you need to have discipline. So discipline is applied all the time in every avenue of our life when we want to achieve something of greatness and something that we want to achieve. And none of these good things will come easy, and there's always times where you want to quit, and that's when the discipline comes in. When you're tired and you want to go to bed, the discipline comes in. It says, no, you're going to finish that chapter and then you're going to go to bed. When you're cooking for your guests, you're having a dinner party the night after, and you just want to just put everything away and again, not do anything. You say, no, I'm going to do this because I promised myself that I'm going to achieve something and I will do it no matter what. And the problem with today's world is because we're so used to easy come that we don't apply our discipline. And discipline is something that is an art, and the more it's like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. So the more discipline you will actively bring into your life, the more disciplined of a person you will become, and therefore success will be on its way. So you look at people, the athletes, you admire their body and physique and endurance and strength, but that didn't come to them easy. They spent so long just exercising and practicing and saying no to themselves in many, many ways, like not hanging out with their friends when they want to, and having to go to bed when they wanted to stay up, and not eating certain foods because, well, when you're an athlete, you have to watch your diet and just push through pain and misery and hard work, and we just see the finished product. And I've been playing the piano since I was a child, and same thing with learning a new instrument. You just have to practice, and there are times where your fingers are sore and you want to break the instrument into a million pieces and just get it over with. But you can't do that because you know that you need to push through the pain. And so those are the two topics that I wanted to touch upon today. One, synchronicity, and two, the importance of self-discipline and discipline, and actively bringing it into our lives so we get better and better and better at manifesting our dreams faster, and having better and better at bringing synchronicities into our lives, where the time between our thought forms and them being manifested would become shorter and shorter. Thank you very much for being with us for another episode, and we will talk to you very soon. Thank you. Bye.